Good morning everyone, and a quick video here, and I pose a question. Is it better to die by hellfire or tow missile? Do you get to the pearly gates and say you've not cost the American military industrial complex enough money? Is there a separate queue? Does St. Peter say, sorry, you weren't hellfired, you're not coming in? Well, I think the tow missile is still quite a capable missile, and as you can see, two of them are carried by this AH-1Z, Zulu Cobra or Viper Cobra. It is the AH-1Z. It is one of the competitors to relieve the Malagasy army of their AH-1F. Says Cobra's updated in competition. This will be with upgraded AH-64As, which have been brought cheap. Now, the Cobra here is from a Dream model. It's a fantastic model kit. It's a little bit odd. It's kind of like 99% great, and then they just missed a few things. So underneath where the turret is, I will pick it up in a minute, but the turret lacks the internal gun detail, which is a little bit odd because it's exposed. And there's a few other quirks of the kit which are a little bit strange, but overall it's an absolutely lovely build. Extremely nice model kit. Very expensive in the UK, but quite cheap on AliExpress, which is good. And it actually comes faster than in the UK. So this is a modernised Cobra based on the original Cobra series, going back to the Whiskey Cobra. It has the super duper IR reducing exhaust system, which is the same as the AH-1Y Cobra. And the whole idea of these, the Viper and Venom, is that they share parts, they share components. So you get better fleet costs, lower fleet costs over time. Now, the aircraft itself is lovely. It's got the 4-blade rotor, which gives the Cobra a bit more kick. This is fully folding, so it's really tight to tuck these away on board ships, and that's a real asset of the Cobra, and that's why I think the US Marine Corps used them, because the Cobra can fold down really tight. I've equipped this with Iris-T air-to-air missiles on the pod, the stub pylons there, and I've given it two modern Hellfires on this side and two wire-guided missiles on that side. Then it will have the rocket pods, which could be the laser-guided rocket pods, or they could just be the kind of Russian-style come into a loft, fire all your rocket pods and then turn away. Now the Cobra and the Apache are kind of the best Western attack helicopters. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think the Eurocopter Tiger really cuts it. It's more of a recce helicopter in my view. The reason I think that is because actually if you look at what the Cobra and the Apache can carry, they can carry the full range of cannons, a 20mm cannon in this case, Hellfire anti-tank missiles, laser-guided or standard rocket pods, and then for the Cobra it can carry the Iris-T in this case, or the Sidewinder. The US Marine Corps used them, of course, with Sidewinders. So you've got the mix of gun and anti-tank capability and rocket capabilities, whereas the way the Eurocopter Tigers work, a little bit strange. You've got sort of very specific versions, some for the escort role and some for the anti-tank role, and then some which do both. But I'm not convinced on the Eurocopter Tiger in all honesty, and I don't think Australia are. Australia's gone for the Apache. Now, the Cobra itself is from someone that worked for the military who's posted on the interweb. It says it's a medium attack helicopter, and the Apache's a heavy attack helicopter. And yeah, I'd probably agree with that. The Apache's a bit more survivable. The Cobra is faster. The Cobra has greater range than the Apache. So there's a real case for operating both in the What If Malagasy service. This one's got the tactical M marking for Madagascar, and this is R for Roberta. I've done it with crew in situ because I like doing the attack helicopters with crew in situ, because then I can put a magnet underneath and use them in various dioramas or missions. Overall, dark gunship grey. It's a custom scheme. This kit comes with lots of little microscopic etch, which is an absolute nightmare to work with. But it does look really good when it's made. I'm very pleased with it. I think this is a fantastic model kit. I've got, I've got another one of these in the loft stashed away over a number of years. I've got two more Hueys to do, which have been in the loft for a number of years, and the idea is that these will come into service in 2035, and in all honesty, I'm probably going to use both the Apache and the Cobra, because I think the Cobra is great for expeditionary forces, and that's a really good thing, and then the Apache is good for just loading in the back of a C-17 and transporting around. So let me know what you think, but I know the Marine lovers love the Cobra, and the Army lovers love the Apache. You're kind of either a cat or dog person, and I think you're either a Cobra or an Apache person. Is there precedent for operating two types of attack helicopters in modern combat? Yes. In Russia, you've got the Ka-52 and the Mi-28. They both do slightly different roles, and they both work best when used together. But that's because the Russians have kind of one set of countermeasures on one helicopter and one set on the other. And the difference with the Cobra and the Russian helicopters, and the same with the Apache, is the Hellfire's a fire and forget missile, whereas the Vickers, you have to kind of expose the helicopter to more danger using it, and that's why the Russians tend to use the lofting tactic of lofting the rockets and then turning away. Now, both are equally applicable tactics, and the Cobras in Vietnam used the rocket lofting tactics, so it's nothing new. I do like the fact that the Cobra has a lot of integrated chaff and flare dispensers and integrated ECM and missile alert warning systems. This has got the upgraded Z model forward-looking infrared and targeting system. So it is a fully night and bad weather capable helicopter. Very powerful for its size. I think it looks mean. What else can I say about this, really? Well, I love it. I hope you do too. And the Apache is coming along. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.